Congratulations, you've officially been canceled. Even though 2020 is almost on its way out, it's really going out with a bang. I think a lot of people might remember cancel culture from when people were boycotted based on their political affiliation. Companies were getting boycotted based on maybe which campaign they wanted to donate to, and people just in general, maybe something they said in the past. An old tweet resurfaced, and everybody really went for their neck. So there's still a story that kind of developed a day or two ago, and I want to share with you the latest addition to cancel culture of 2020. Here's your latest addition to cancel culture of 2020. The article reads, Cancel culture. The New York Times helped a vindictive teen destroy a classmate who uttered a racial slur when she was 15. So the article goes on. The person that went after the teen that used the racial slur, his name is Jimmy, and what happened was the girl, and this was really a few years ago when this happened, she was on Snapchat or one of those other social media sites, and she was recording herself driving. I believe they went on to say that she had just got her learner's permit. So she used a racial slur. So this person, Jimmy, he got wind of this, and he saved this video. It's a 3 or 4 second clip. He saved the video, and he openly said that he wanted to save it for a day when it would hurt the most. The girl who used the racial slur, her name is Mimi, and what wound up happening was she was accepted to go to a university because she was going to be a cheerleader there. So you could say, yeah, that's happy times, right? She's moving up in the world. So he actually, Jimmy, he released this video during the protesting for George Floyd. I believe it was back in June. So obviously it took a while for it to pick up steam, but he saved it for when she basically enrolled in a college. And of course, what do you think happened? Well, everyone started commenting towards that university, and they said, hey, did you know that you were enrolling someone that's an open racist and they've used racial slurs, etc., etc.? So they, of course, had to cave to the pressure, and, well, they basically forced her to unenroll. So she's not going to be a cheerleader there. She's not enrolled in that university. She's taking classes at a local community college. So when asked, they asked Jimmy, and they said, well, how do you feel about what you did, and so on and so forth. So I'm scrolling back to the top because that's where they give that snapshot. So he went on to say, I'm going to remind myself that you started something and you taught someone a lesson. So here's my particular take on this. I think the Jimmy character, I don't know whether he had nothing going for him in life, but he basically used this as blackmail to say, okay, I'm going to wait for this person to move on up in the world, and I'm going to drag them down just when they think they're getting ahead in life. Now, I don't think using racial slurs is something that people should do. I really don't have that in my particular vocabulary, and I hope, if you're watching the video, you don't use it either. But when you're 15 years old, you have no idea what the world is and how it works, and sort of the weight of the words that you use. So yeah, did she screw up? 100%. But to use this as blackmail, and now to say, okay, well, you messed up when you were 15 years old. Now you need to pay the price. We're going to cancel you. And the biggest issue I have with cancel culture is there any coming back from cancel culture? Because I'm willing to bet the same people that tout about how cancel culture is self-righteous and it's something that we need to cleanse our society, I guarantee they're the same people that complain about our prison system, saying, well, we need to reform it because we need to rehabilitate these people in prison. We need to give them a second chance. So my question is, this girl, she was 15 at the time and she's 18 now. Does she get a second chance? Or everything she does in life now, people are going to read her name and they're going to say, oh, you're the girl when you were 15. This is the word that you said. So is there any coming back for her? The other thing I have with cancel culture is eventually what goes around comes around. So this Jimmy character, okay, maybe you feel you did something good now, but you need to understand you're going to be under a microscope because there's people that hate cancel culture. And the fact that you canceled someone, you're going to be under a microscope now. So they're going to be looking for you to slip up. There might even be a video that somebody has of you right now, of you saying something hurtful, maybe something racist, right? I don't know. So what's going to happen 4 years from now? Because I see you're in college. Maybe someone's holding on to that video. when you go and maybe you graduate from college and you want to go get employed somewhere, what happens if that video pops up? Are you going to be very happy with yourself? And here's the thing, I'll still say I don't want anybody being canceled for things that they've said, right? Because I think people should have an opportunity to redeem themselves. And if people say hurtful things, I just look at that person and say, all right, you're someone I don't want in my life. You can do your thing. You can express yourself freely. I'm not in favor of banning certain speech, but that's not something that, I want in my wheelhouse. But I'll still say you shouldn't be canceled. But here's the thing. No one's going to step up to defend you then. You made your bed. It's time for you to go ahead and lie in it. If you don't want to stop cancel culture, because you absolutely, and not just this Jimmy character, but anybody watching this, we all have the ability to stop cancel culture. You know how we do it? Stop trying to cancel people. But if you're going to actively enable it, what goes around comes around. And if you wind up getting canceled for something you said, there's not really much I could do. Unfortunately, I don't see cancel culture going anywhere. I see it picking up steam, especially if, we're going to get this new administration coming into the White House. I think it's just going to enable this kind of behavior even more. I have no issue with somebody being called out for something wrong that they did in life. Maybe they really said something that's hurtful. Okay, fine. Maybe you gotta, maybe there's got to be some sort of consequences for that. All right, whatever. But if we're going to totally cancel people and we're going to ruin their income, we're going to ruin their future, because in this case, like how a girl said a racial slur when she was 15 years old, probably not even understanding what the word really meant, probably just reciting it because it's in all the music she listens to, maybe movies that she watches, TV shows, etc., right? So if we're going to cancel her based on behavior she did when she has no idea what the word truly means, well, I don't really view that as a productive way to go about in society. I just don't. And I understand. You're going to say, well, Fox, you're a white guy. Of course, you're not going to have, the word that she used, which was the N-word, if in case you didn't know. You don't have, it doesn't have the same weight on you. And yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't have any connection to that particular word. But the point that I'm trying to make is, if we're going to make it in society where if you slip up one time, especially when you're younger, and now we're going to ruin your whole future, I think that's going to do more harm than good in the long run. That's just me, but you could definitely let me know. So let me know what you think. Do you think cancel culture is going to pick up more steam in 2021? Or do you think it's going to leave us just like 2020 is just about out the door now? Are you someone that actively participated in cancel culture during this past election? Or are you someone that just views cancel culture as a complete waste of time? And you're like, listen, I got enough problems on my plate. I'm not someone that's going to try and drag someone down based on something they said years ago, years in the past. I'm pretty comfortable in my own skin. I don't need to try and make myself feel better because my life sucks by making somebody else's life suck as well. You could definitely let me know. But as always, listen, I appreciate you giving me some time out of your day, checking out the video I had for you. If you think this video was something that's decent watching, I want you to share it with somebody. I want to try and start building a community of not only free thought, but free exchange as well. But I hope you'll tune in later for some more videos.